Hey guys, it's TNN and today we're going to unbox and review the Wi-Fi booster or repeater. Now a link to buy this will be down below in the description. We're going to unbox and review it. So it comes in this plain box all around. Got some information in the back over here. Wi-Fi booster by PixLinks. It comes with an Ethernet cable, which is very nice. Not the best quality or longest Ethernet cable, but it just helps to get the job done. And it comes the actual Wi-Fi repeater itself, and then we have an instruction manual. Wi-Fi repeater, pretty basic, simple instruction manual on how to set it up, and I would advise you to read this manual to help you set it up. But here we have the actual device as well, but the problem is it's come really dusty. So Amazon haven't really packaged this that well, have they? Because there's so much dust on here. Look at this. Not sure if you guys see it, but look at the amount of dust on here. That is so bad. Okay, so we're gonna have to give this a wipe down, but that's the repeater anyway. It does come with a film on top, so this part should be clean. Yes, so the front part is beautiful and clean. Here we have the Wi-Fi repeater itself, the WPS button, on, off, the connection button, Wi-Fi button, Ethernet cable light, and we also got a stick on the back here with some information on how to connect it. So that's what comes in the box anyway. I'm just going to go clean this device up, and we're going to go ahead and set it up and see how it works. So the first step is to plug in the Wi-Fi repeater into the mains, and you'll see these two lights come on over here, the power on and the connection light, and that's pretty much it. Then you're going to go ahead and go on your computer, whether it's Windows or Mac. You can go on anything you want, just go on your computer. Then what you're going to want to do on your computer is go on your Wi-Fi. So if you have a Mac, it will be on the top corner somewhere. If you have a Windows computer, it will be on the bottom here where you can see the Wi-Fi logo. Just click on that, and you want to go ahead and connect to the Wi-Fi repeater. So if I can show you up here, there it is. You can see over there, Wi-Fi repeater. It is open. You just want to go ahead and click on that and just press connect and wait for a few seconds, and it should connect. Once you've connected, what you're going to want to do is open up your web browser. So whether you're using Firefox, Chrome or Microsoft Edge, or even Safari, whatever you're using, just open up your web browser, go on that. And before we actually start this bit, make sure that your Wi-Fi repeater is plugged in somewhere near your actual main router, because it needs to connect together. So once you open up the web browser, we'll go on to the next step. The next step is to go onto the web search over here, so on the top corner, or whatever your web search is. Just go ahead and click on it and type in these code here. So that's 192.168.10.1, and it will be in the instruction manual. Or you want to go ahead, type that in and hit enter, and you'll be set to this page over here. Once you're at this page over here, you can go ahead and carry on following the instruction manual, or you can just follow what I'm saying over here. So the username would be admin, so just type in admin. Password will also be admin, and then choose your selective language. For me, of course, it's going to be English, and then go ahead and click submit, and you're inside the Wi-Fi repeater account over here. So then you want to go ahead and click on the repeater, and this is where it will search for all of the Wi-Fi that is nearby. You're just going to want to connect to your Wi-Fi. So mine is this one over here. I'm going to go ahead, connect to it, put in my password right over here where it says security key. You can put in your password, and you can also change the repeater name to whatever you want. You can change the same name as the actual Wi-Fi that you're using, or you can call it something else called Wi-Fi repeater. But I'm going to leave the name as Wi-Fi repeater, and I'm just going to put in my password and press the apply button. Simple as that. That's it. Once you've typed in your password, just go ahead and click on apply, and you'll see over here a little percentage bar will go in. So now the repeater is actually connecting to your main Wi-Fi router, so that it can repeat the, of course, signal or the connection, whatever you want to call it. So just let that connect, and once it's done, you will be informed that it is completed. So there you go, successfully connected. So let's go back on the home page over here. Now you may not be able to log back into this site over here once you're connected to your Wi-Fi. There you go. So that is it. It is connected now. You can no longer access the repeater menu, and that's it. You're connected to Wi-Fi now. So you're basically living off the repeated connection on this Wi-Fi. And now I'm going to show you. You can basically take the plug out now on the repeater and plug it in anywhere you want. But I'm going to show you how to plug it in your house and where to plug it. Right, so just grab this notepad over here. I'm just going to show you the basic sort of plan. So let's say this is your main room over here. It's going to be a really bad drawing. And let's say your kitchen's over here. and you've got another room here, and that's your main floor really. Now in this sitting room over here, let's say you got the wireless router here, and we're going to call that R, so that is the router, yeah. And this router has a connection of this, so this is the connection distance that this router has here. So in this whole space over here, this area here, you're getting Wi-Fi, but where you want to put your repeater, you're not getting Wi-Fi over here, and that is the reason you're getting a repeater, so that you can get Wi-Fi in your kitchen and your other room. But if you put the repeater in this room, the repeater won't be able to connect to the Wi-Fi, so how can it repeat the signal? So what you got to do, the repeater, you got to place it somewhere inside of this range here. Now the best place to place it is of course around here, and that is of course the end of the actual Wi-Fi range, the router range, and you want to put it there so that it can repeat itself. So we're going to put, let's say, the repeater here, so I'm going to put it in the kitchen. So this is basically my layout actually, so this is my main room over here, the sitting room. I got the router there. I'm going to put the repeater in the kitchen so that then the repeater will repeat the signal in the kitchen. Now obviously it's not going to be as big and powerful as the actual Wi-Fi, but it will be able to repeat it enough, hopefully, to reach the whole kitchen. So that is my kitchen, and that is my garden, and there you go, I have now Wi-Fi in there. So you have to put the repeater in the range of the router. Now another thing is, the repeater uses your router's Wi-Fi of course. So let's say my router has a 70 megabit speed router, 70 megabits, I've got a stammer there, 70 megabits per second download speed, and this repeater will take some of that speed, and of course it will spread it out over here. And if I add another repeater here, so I can have it in my garden, so let's say I've got a garden here, got a garden there, I want Wi-Fi there as well, so if I put another repeater there, that will of course repeat again, so that I have internet in the garden now, but the Wi-Fi over here will be reduced, so the range will be the same. Right, the range won't reduce by adding more repeaters, but the speed will reduce. The download speed, the upload speed, the ping, that will all be reducing if you add more repeaters. So my advice would be the max amount of repeaters you should use. If you got about 50 megabits per second, 70 megabits per second Wi-Fi, then the max repeater you should use is about 2, maybe maximum 3. But if your Wi-Fi router speed, just your Wi-Fi itself, is around 10 megabits, 50 megabits, then only use one repeater, and maybe if you really need to, use 2, but your Wi-Fi speed will be reduced, and I will show you that as well in the speed test that we're going to do, because of course the repeater will not be giving out the best speed. All it's doing is taking some of the speed from here and repeating it on, so it won't be the fastest as compared to your router, but if you add more repeaters, your actual repeater might take more of the power from the actual Wi-Fi, and your Wi-Fi itself will be slower compared to the repeater, and you'll just mess up all your Wi-Fi range, your basically Wi-Fi speed, you're going to mess it all up. So stick with this idea over here and don't use too many repeaters, because it will slow down your Wi-Fi speed a lot. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to plug the Wi-Fi repeater in the kitchen where the range is just about to go low, and then hopefully I should get Wi-Fi in my garden as well now. And then we're going to go ahead, we're going to check the speed of the repeater and the speed of my router and see if there's been any difference on there. Now my assumption of course will be that the repeater will be slower speed than the Wi-Fi router, but it should be good enough to, you know, at least do my internet, use my internet in the areas where I couldn't before. Right, so I am connected to my router now, and let's go ahead and do a speed test. And here we go. So we've got ping over there, so we've got about 1 millisecond ping. Download speed, we're getting around 70 megabits, let's say about 65 mid-range. So let's see what it is, mate. It's 71 megabits download speed, and upload speed, we're getting around 8.3 megabits, so let's say 8.39 megabits, download speed 70 megabits as well. Now let's go ahead and let's connect to the repeater, and we'll see what speed we get from the repeater. Alright, now we're connected to the repeater, let's go ahead and see what speeds we're getting now. So let's go click start, and it's measuring the ping. So we got 1 millisecond ping again, but the download speed now is 20 megabits. Now the repeater is on, the download speed is 20 megabits. So it's using around, let's say 20 megabits, 10 megabits of my actual internet. So it's used that and it's repeated that energy, Upload speed, we're getting around 9.8 megabits per second as well. So of course it does vary, obviously, and you can see over there that my router upload speed was around 8.9, so we're getting 9.8 megabits. So this is really good actually, and it's actually a pretty powerful, pretty fast repeater, and the range is working very well as well, because I did go to my garden and it was still working. So the range is working very well, the speed is great as well. But like I said, if you add any more repeaters, it will reduce the speed of this repeater, and it will reduce the speed of your router as well, because it's basically spreading the power around, it's spreading the speed around. But other than that, I think it's a great repeater. So that is the Wi-Fi repeater, and it's quite a nice device. Like I say, it is very cheap quality, but the power it had was really nice. So of course, to reduce the price, the build quality and all that was cheap, but the actual power inside was great. Another thing I didn't really like was that the plug goes in this way, so it takes up a lot of space. So you know, if you had another plug socket nearby, like over here, and you've got a Wi-Fi repeater there, that plug socket is completely pointless now. You know, it just took up so much space. Instead, if they do it like this, it would have saved up much more room. Of course, it's also easier to read as well, with all the signs all upright instead of it being like this way, which is really annoying, and it also takes up more space. But other than that, I mean, it got the job done, didn't it? It did repeat my Wi-Fi, it did boost the range, and I did get internet connection in my garden now, and it was really good speed as well, and I didn't get that before. So this is a really good device, and for the price, I think it's absolutely amazing. So overall score I'll give it is 7 out of 10. Build quality isn't that great. The design feature that they did, idea of having it this way, is very annoying, and it also takes up more plug socket space. But it gets the job done. It's fast speed, fast download speed, and it repeats your Wi-Fi. What more can you ask for? It does what it's meant to do. So overall score 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10 actually. Overall score 7 out of 10. Link to my video down in the description. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching this video.